and seeing this big company on, it was like Veterans Day or Memorial Day, whatever it was, and they were like, oh, here's your 10% off on this day. And I remember thinking, bro, you're our only option on all the military bases, on overseas bases. Like, you probably have the contract to only be in these stores, and you make millions off the veteran, active duty, law enforcement, 2A community. And I'm not saying you got to give us things for free on this day, but it's like, here's your 10% off. And then fast forward to guys who've been doing the job for a bit, going to fight in Iraq and Afghanistan, and now they're making products. And because they did the job, a lot of the times those products are actually cooler and actually more durable and usable for the job. And it's not one company, it's all the veteran companies and active duty guys companies that are now taking money away from these big companies. And you see these big companies doing more charity things, doing more of these big giveaways and all this stuff. And I can't help but think, like, you're not doing that because the kindness of your heart. And maybe you are. I don't know. If I'm not wrong, I'm sorry. But you're probably doing it because now you're feeling it. Now you're feeling all that money slowly being taken away. And now you're doing all these big things. And the same reason why I support veteran-run businesses is because I saw that. And it hurt. And now, I used to drink Monster all the time. And then my buddy's like, hey, who do you think drinks energy drinks the most? And me being in the special operations community and seeing special operations guys, suck freaking energy drinks down, like one for the morning, lunch and all that, I'm thinking, oh, hands down, the military. Military is the one who's drinking all that all day. And he's like, not even close. And then I went to college, so I was like, oh, you know what? I did see a bunch of college kids drinking freaking energy drinks. I was like, oh, it's probably college. And he's like, no, man, it's labor. It's everyone who falls under labor. So you're talking concrete, drywall, tile, gardeners. And I thought about it. You know what? That is true. There's more of them than there is of us. There's only like 1% of the U.S. population who's like in the military, but there's way more people who are in the labor field or whatever category it might be. And I think about my family and friends, and yeah, I see people in the morning right before I go get water or gas and hit to the range. I see them with 2 or 3 in their hands, 2 or 3 Monsters, 2 or 3 Red Bulls or Celsius or whatever. So my buddy told me that, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna support you. He's a full-time plumber, and he's doing Listo on the side, and he has a family, and he's got a wife, and he's trying to keep things within the community. And that's something that I can stand behind, and that's what I want to support. And because the reality is these X Game UFC fighters that these big companies sponsor, they're not the ones giving them millions of dollars. No, it's the working class. It's the people who wake up at 4 or 5 in the morning, grind all day, they're dirty by the time they get home. And you know what? That's a lot of my family and friends. So I'm gonna do whatever I can to drink Listo and support Listo.